The man was drowning and he begged God for help, and God sent help several times. But the man said, "No, no, no, God will save me from drowning." The fool drowned. Hi, guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So, NEO is a clear investment. It is clear to us that we will become multimillionaires. But some people believe that when you buy a stock and it starts going up, it's supposed to just keep going up. It should never make a pullback, because in their mind, there's no such thing as shorting, there's no such thing as stock manipulation. They think that it is only because people are selling that the stock went down yesterday. Wrong, boy. And also, some people came on my channel and were putting comments like, the stock is down today. No shit, I did not know that. But, so some of them I had to say to them, well, yes, you should sell your shares, but only 100 a week, but that's because that's what I can afford to buy. To try to give them a hint. Like, yes, it's down, but you don't have to shit your pants. You just pull them up and be a man. You can make millions. What is happening yet again? Well, I've said in the past that when NEO come to America, not if but when, and when NEO goes throughout the world, they will do partnerships. We know CATL signed a partnership with them to help them build battery swap stations globally, but people are still shitting their pants. And we know that NEO's business model is one that when they go into different areas, the provincial government, the electrical companies, the gas companies, teams up with them to build battery swap stations so that everyone can benefit. And this is why NEO has the only winning business model, along with battery swapping, of course. So this is why I know when they come to America, the same thing will happen yet again. Well, NEO to begin trial operation of 5th gen swap station by Christmas. Yes, you heard that right. The 5th gen trial operations by Christmas. What a beautiful Christmas that will be. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Pilot sites for the 5th generation station will enter trial operation by Christmas this year, with each station capacity increasing by 20%. By 20%. In overseas market, and this is the banger, NEO will also collaborate with partners to build battery swap stations to reduce spending. Yes, you heard that right. NEO will put its first 5th generation battery swap station into trial operation by year end, ahead of the official deployment next year. So, whilst people are panicking to sell their shares because the stock made a pullback yesterday, investors are always ready to come in, begging the Emperor William Lee to join and get a piece of the pie. The pilot sites for 5th generation battery swap station will begin trial operations by Christmas this year, with each station capacity increasing by 20% compared to 4th generation sites. NEO co-founder and President Keen Lee Hong told media outlets including CNEV Post during a media roundtable held in Guangzhou on September 21st. So this is another thing. A lot of people sold, I shouldn't say a lot, some people sold their shares yesterday because they felt that NEO Day was lackluster, because they were hoping that NEO geared it towards investors, but it was geared towards consumers. But if you looked at the Q&A, and I did about 4 videos on that yesterday, it was for investors to understand what's coming. The volcano is erupting, my dear lads. A day early. Oh, and let me also say this before going forward. I saw Berkshire Hathaway just completely sold the rest of their shares in BYD. When they bought shares in BYD, it was around $6 a share, and they bought 200 and some million shares. BYD is now over leveraged, and Berkshire Hathaway knows that. They always look for intrinsic value in deals. BYD does not have intrinsic value anymore. It's not a deal for them. So it will be interesting to see where they put that money. A day earlier, NEO held its NEO Day 2025 event in Hangzhou, unveiling the 3rd generation ES8 SUV and the Horizon edition of the ET9, the two-tone colored ET9. Given the event's duration, the company did not address next generation battery swap stations at NEO Day, Keen said, noting that these will be communicated in a future event. Keen said about 60% of battery slots is utilized across NIO existing 3,500 battery swap stations, adding that the surplus capacity will sufficiently support NIO's diversified battery scheduling and meet users' flexible demands. As of today, the company operates 3,502 battery swap stations and 4,749 charging stations across China, the most of any EV company in China, both charging and swapping, according to data compiled by CNEV Post. Infrastructure will win the day. Its latest fourth-generation battery swap station was unveiled at NIO Day 2023 on December 2023, with deployment commencing in June 2024. The fourth-generation stations feature 23 battery compartments, boosting daily service capacity of 480 swaps while reducing service time per swap by 22%. Now, this generation that we're about to reveal, you will swap the battery in about 80-something seconds, because most of the people that use NIO battery swap stations are businessmen, entrepreneurs, etc. They don't have time to wait 30 minutes and degrade their battery to swap a battery. Even the families who buy Onvo or what have you, they also don't want to wait that 30 minutes, or even if it's 15 minutes and degrade their battery and then their car is worthless in about 6 years. No, it's a more educated clientele that buys a NIO and an Onvo and a Firefly. Big difference. It says, over the past year, NIO's strategy for battery swap station construction has shifted towards greater resilience on partners to reduce capital expenditures. Yes. Since October 2024, the company has entered into bundled construction partnerships with partners in multiple Chinese cities to share cost and revenue. Everyone wins. This model will also be applied to overseas markets. Excuse me, guys. Over the past year, NIO has designated distributors in multiple countries to expand an international footprint through a more asset-light approach. This is why the CEO said, along with other things that we're doing, it will be sudden and it will be massive. The profitability will come in a sudden and in a massive manner. The bundled solutions NIO offers with overseas distributors cover battery swap stations, Keen said during yesterday's media roundtable. Yes, they will help pay for some of that. In some regions, the battery swap station partner and the vehicle sales service partner may not necessarily be the same entity, he noted. In overseas markets, NIO will maintain its battery swap stations through the deployment pace may be vary by country by country. NIO will not solely fund battery swap station deployments, but will partner with third parties to share revenue from the stations, he said. So this is why I've always said NIO has the only winning business model. This is why I don't panic when I see pullbacks. I get excited and the trigger finger just pulls. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, boop, 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 don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.